Hey everybody, J-Man here. Let's talk about the best and the worst of 2023 in movies, of course. I saw 34 movies that are brand new for this year. I'm going to go through all of them. The ones I'm going to start with were the middle of the road. I thought they were okay. I didn't hate them. But I've got the 7 worst and I've got the 7 best. I didn't do a top 10 because there wasn't 10 movies that I hated enough to put in a top 10. And there wasn't 10 movies that I loved enough to put in a top 10, but this is everything I've seen. So obviously, if there's a movie like Thanksgiving, I didn't see that. There's a few action movies I missed out, Extraction 2. So there's some movies that I missed out on. Obviously, if I didn't see those, they're not in this list. That's why I'm going to tell you everything I saw. And I don't like to edit my videos because I like a stream of just a continuous stream. So I might cough because I do still have a cold here, but we're going to get going and here we go. All right. Megan. I liked Megan. I thought it was kind of cool. It was fun. I liked the girl robot. She was kind of neat. There you go. Rebel Moon. It's fine. Everyone's losing their minds over it. Oh, it's a trash movie. It's fine. It's Seven Samurai. We know this. It's really a Battle Beyond the Stars remake or sort of a, Star Wars-ish type of thing. Star Wars, of course, is always a mesh of Japanese ideas or Kurosawa films or whatever and put together with like American stuff. So there you go. Cocaine Bear. I could have put this on the worst because this just disappointed me. It should have been a lot better. Trauma should have done Cocaine Bear. Scream 6. That was all right. 65. 65 almost could have made it to my top 7, but then I would have had, or my top 8. Let's say if I was doing 8, then I would have to come up with the worst one, so I really couldn't do that. So 65's in the middle. Shazam 2, it's fine. Everyone's losing their minds again. Look, it's not Shazam from the comics. It's not the real Captain Marvel, but like it was okay. Killer, this is the Michael Fassbender one. That was enjoyable. Heart of Stone, that was the Gal Gadot one. That was also enjoyable. I thought that was fine. I am a bit of a Gal Gadot fan, so Dungeons and Dragons. It was fine. It's okay. I wanted it to be more Conan, less Marvel, but what do you want me to do? Tetris. This is that movie that was made about the making of Tetris, the game. It's super interesting. I highly recommend checking it out. It's actually really cool. Super Mario Brothers. Really fun cartoon. Hell of a good time watching that. I've watched a couple times, so a lot of fun. Evil Dead Rise. I liked Evil Dead Rise. I wasn't sure if I was going to like it going in, but I ended up actually thinking it was pretty good. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. I liked Volume 3 better than Volume 2, and it was actually very good. I wish High Evolutionary would have been a little bit more like High Evolutionary, but all the other characters were fine. Into the Spider-Verse. No, Across the Spider-Verse. This was going to make my top worst movies because I actually think it kind of sucks. But the last half an hour where the story started, so it's a 2.5 hour movie. The first hour and a half, nothing happens. Then in the last hour, the story kind of starts to pick up. And then the last half an hour is kind of the better parts. It was okay. Okay. I don't like it that much. I could put it in my bottom, but Transformers Rise of the Beasts. I liked it. It's fine. It's the best of the live action Transformers movies. That's not saying much. I know, but it's saying something. The Flash. Everyone hates this movie, not me. I actually kind of like The Flash. I watched it a few times, actually. It's fine. Everyone hates Ezra Miller, and he's, crazy. That's fine, but he's not Ezra Miller in the movie. He's himself. He's playing Barry Allen, so it's fine. Asteroid City. Wes Anderson. That was a really cool movie. Very enjoyable. Always like his visual style. A lot of weirdness going on, and kind of fun. Haunting of Venice, or In Venice. That was the Poirot Agatha Christie movie. So he's been doing these every couple of years. There was The Death on the Nile, and there was, I guess, Murder on the Orient Express was the first one. I liked all 3 so far, so I will definitely continue watching. They're good time passers. The Marvels. Oh no, I didn't put Marvels in the top worst. Oh my God. So that means that I'm about to name 7 movies. I'm about to name 7 movies that I thought were worse than the Marvels. I don't hate this movie. I gave it a 5 out of 10. The storyline's piss. There is no storyline, actually. There is no story. It's embarrassing. There's no storyline. It's awful. But I like Ms. Marvel. So, and I liked Monica Rambeau. She was kind of cool. And actually, I didn't mind Brie Larson in this. The three of them together was kind of neat. They tried to make it fun. It failed. Didn't catch on with the audience. The audience is just done with Marvel in general, and they're super done with Brie Larson and Captain Marvel. They might not be done with Ms. Marvel, but they're getting close to being done. So I'm not done with her because I like that character in comics as well. But anyways, so that's why it's not the worst. Silent Night, John Woo's return to like American cinema. I haven't seen a John Woo movie in a while, at least not an American one. It was good. I liked it, but I didn't love it. I thought it was okay. I gave it a pass. So that's where I'm at. All right. So I'm going to start with the 7 best. So we're going to count them down. All right. So the number 1 will be the best movie of the year. I'm going to end off with the worst because that just is more fun that way. Number 7 of my top 10, or my top 7. Number 7 is Aquaman 2. Man, that was a cool movie, okay? Again, everyone's losing their minds. Oh, we hate Amber Heard. Oh my God. Oh, I didn't know Amber Heard had so many friends that she pissed off, because a lot of people are like, well, I don't like Amber Heard. It's like, oh, what did she do to you? She didn't do anything to you specifically. She's hardly in this movie. They removed whatever they could of her. I don't know how much more you could remove. It's not Aquaman. Jason Momoa is still #not my Aquaman. But the movie is a fun movie, and Patrick Wilson's awesome. And Black Manta was the damn best. He was great. Number 6 is John Wick 4. Definitely not as good as the first 3. However, it has some spectacular action sequences. It just suffers from being too long. Every movie nowadays is too long. Why is this movie over 2 hours? It's an action movie. It should be shorter. But I still really like John Wick 4, even though I gave it like a 7 out of 10 or something like that. And I was a bit of a naysayer, but I still really liked it. Number 5, Creed 3. This kind of fell through the cracks. People kind of forgotten this movie. We know that Monsieur Jonathan Majors is having some issues right now, but he was a great, performer, great actor in Creed 3. I think Michael B. Jordan's direction was really good. I only have one negative about Creed 3, and that's Stallone's not in it. Other than that, it's damn awesome. So congratulations to Michael B. Jordan for just coming out with a great movie. I'd love to see Creed 4, maybe do something, continuing it on. Number 4 is Sisu. That was a badass. This is, okay, so like basically this like top 4 are like damn awesome. So Sisu is super awesome. Look it up. It's Sisu. If you have not heard of it, check it out. It's this badass guy killing Nazis, and it's the damn best. I guarantee you it's awesome. So just watch it. Number 3 is friggin' Saw X, man. Yeah, Saw. I'm a big time Saw fan. Every time a Saw movie comes out, it's going to be in my top 10. But this one was so good. They really did a lot of great stuff with Saw X, man. Tobin Bell was on friggin' fire in this movie. Number 2 is Oppenheimer. Come on. Nolan, sometimes I can leave Nolan, but when I take him big time. I love this movie. I like stuff about not necessarily the war aspects of the war, but the non-battle aspects of the war, like sort of the behind the scenes guys. And I love this look at Oppenheimer figuring out like the atomic bomb and like what to do with it, and like, oh, should they even build this thing or not? That's really cool. I liked all of that stuff. And number 1 is Godzilla -1. Come on. Godzilla -1 was a masterpiece. Absolutely bloody fantastic. Loved every second of it. Obviously, I buy every Godzilla movie anyways, so I'm going to buy this one. Love it. All right, and before I do my 7 worst, I just want to give a shout out to my channel sponsor, which is beardedshirts.com. And today I'm wearing Dazzler. So these are print all over shirts. It continues on to the back. I love Dazzler, but they've got so many different X-Men shirts. They've got covers. They got the first appearance of Dazzler. They have tons of DC stuff. DC's mostly their supply, but a lot of Marvel stuff's coming in. They got Secret Wars covers. They got G.I. Joe covers. Love beardedshirts.com. If you become a channel member, then you are eligible to win a shirt from beardedshirts.com. Every month I choose one member to get a shirt. So there you go. The link is in the description of this video. All right. Now, the 7 most garbage movies of this year, according to me. This is going to be counting down. So the last one I say will be the absolute worst. So the 7th worst movie is The Creator. What a dumpster fire. It looked really cool. It looked awesome. And I'm just going to spoil this movie. In about 5 seconds, I guessed everything that's going to... There's like this big thing about, oh, there's AI, and the AI dropped a bomb or it made a mistake and created or had a bomb go off in LA, I think it was, and it killed 1 million people. And then that's the opening. Right away, I turned to my wife. I was like, I bet you the humans really did it, and they're just blaming the AI. Yep, that's what it was. So you wait 2 hours to find that out. There, I spoiled it for you. I just did you a favor. Please like and subscribe. I just did you a favor. Don't watch The Creator. It's awful. Number 6, very disappointing. Expendables 4. What a trash heap. Nothing happens. Stallone is dead in it. He's hardly in the movie. And prior to that, his character Barney, like, does a bet, loses the bet, and then comes back and beats up the guy in order to get his money back. Does that sound like like someone who should, like Barney would do that? It's awful. There's tons of urine jokes for some reason. Like, no, it's awful. And Megan Fox becomes the leader. Megan Fox becomes the leader of the Expendables in this trash movie. This is the movie. Anyway, the 5th worst movie is Ant-Man and the Quantum Mania, or whatever it's called, or Ant-Man and the Wasp in the land of the quantums. Ooh, this movie sucks. It's boring, and Kang sucks. Like, he was pretty badass when he didn't get beat up by ants. And Wasp is one of the most annoying characters of the MCU. However, she was outdone by Cassie Lang, who is one of the worst MCU characters of all time. I will take any of the Marvels over any of the... But wait a minute, but that includes Brie Larson. Yes, I will take Captain Marvel over Cassie. I just said that. That seems preposterous, right? Nope. I absolutely despise that character in this movie. Absolutely despise her face. So there you go. Worst character. Number 4, worst movie is friggin' Barbie. Man, it sucks. That movie doesn't know what it wants to be. Does it want to be a big, like, feminist propaganda thing? Well, then you have to make a movie that has a coherent plot that matters to people. That movie was a giant mess. Or if it's just trying to be light, fun, you know, in the spirit of, like, mothers and daughters and all this, then make it fun. Like, I don't understand. It doesn't know what it wants to be. At some point you thought, oh, that was kind of neat. They have the mother and daughter angle. I thought, oh, this is not too bad. You know, the first half an hour was kind of silly, and you're like, okay, fine. Then the movie starts, you're like, oh, this isn't that bad, and then it just quickly descends into trash. Like, they're saying that, oh, all women are being treated like garbage. Well, if they're all being treated like garbage, then why aren't all the Barbies in Barbie Land destroyed? Like, the point is that, what's her face? Margot Robbie is the person playing with her, is upset or sad or whatever because of the way the world is. So that's why she's all messed up. Well, then why are all the other Barbies messed up, right? I guess they're saying it was because it's like, oh, there's little kids playing with them and they don't know it's messed up yet or whatever. I don't know. It's awful and it's way too long and it just sucks. But it's not the worst movie. The 3rd worst movie is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I don't even know if I should really honestly put this in because I didn't finish it. They learn Kung Fu. There's no Japan. There's no Oroku Saki. There's no Hamato Yoshi. There's no Foot Clan. There's no ninjutsu training. They watch Shaw Brothers movies, which are Chinese. They watch Chinese movies. I own these movies. They watch Shaw Brothers movies and learn ninjutsu. Okay. Did anyone even think to look this up? It's like, how can you... The best part of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is the mutant ninjas. The teenager part is the part that I least care about. Like, the ninjas and the mutants are the cool parts. It's like, if you remove the ninjas, what the hell am I watching this for? Like, it's just awful. So I stopped watching it. I paid money for it too. I bought it in advance, and then anyways, it sucks. The 2nd worst movie of the year is Blue Beetle. What a dumpster fire. That movie, you know, the main actor is great. And I thought this will be a lot of, I thought, you know what? DC's had some shitty movies, but it's in the past now. We finally have a star who doesn't have any kind of turmoil. Like the guy's great. This guy from Cobra Kai, he's an awesome character in Cobra Kai, and he's a great casting choice for Blue Beetle, for Jaime Reyes. Perfect casting. He looks awesome. If you bought a toy or a statue or a figure of Blue Beetle, you did good, because he looks awesome. When he uses his powers, he looks friggin' cool. But the story is garbaggio. It is so crap. And every other character but Blue Beetle is awful. And it's like him and his family running around. His grandmother's like shooting people with like this Gatling gun thing. Yeah! It's like, didn't she just murder a bunch of people? Like, and then Jaime's like, I don't murder people. Your grandmother murders people like 5 seconds ago. Are you good with that? Like, oh, but they're bad guys. Oh, they're bad guys, right? So, okay, so you should be able to murder them then, right? It's like, yeah, if you're Rambo, or if you're, Jack Reacher, right? Not if you're a Blue Beetle movie. Like, what the hell? Anyway, and the worst movie. Do I even need to say what the worst movie of this year was? It is not just the worst movie of this year. It is the worst movie of many, many years. The hint, oh, you can't see because of the glare, but the hint is behind me. Indiana Jones and the FU to the fans. That's the actual call. It's actually called Indiana Jones and the major FU to all of the fans, and F yourselves and die. That's the actual title. They changed it to something about destinies and dials, but that's the actual title. And it's absolutely atrocious. I did a review on it. I was very, very generous. I didn't call it like the worst piece of trash thing that's ever happened in life. So I didn't say that. I may have said it's the worst thing that's ever happened in cinema, but maybe not even that. Maybe I can find 1 or 2 movies that are worse than that. But it's an atrocity and it's crap. So there you go. But that is my thing. Now, I missed a lot of movies, so I didn't see everything. And a lot of those movies were just middle of the road. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think Flash deserved all of this hate. I don't think Rebel Moon deserved all of this hate. I don't think Across the Spider-Verse deserved all of this love, because the first hour was very boring. All we learned about Miles was that he's late for everything. It's like, oh, he's late for everything, just like Peter Parker? Wow, what a way to distinguish Miles Morales from Peter Parker. He's just the same character. And we don't need 1 hour to establish that he's late on his commitments because he's doing heroics. So that got too much praise. Rebel Moon's getting too much hate. I actually legitimately liked Aquaman 2. I'm trying to think of some of the surprises here. I'm very surprised Expendables 4 was so garbage. We knew Indiana Jones was going to be awful. We knew Godzilla was going to be cool, right? Barbie is one of these weird ones. Maybe someone needs to explain it to me better. And I pay attention to all movies. I don't just half watch them and I'm on my iPhone. I legit paid attention. I just don't know where that movie wanted to be. Some people are saying it's really good, and perhaps I missed out on a big message or something about it at the end. But if I did miss out on it, that just means that the message itself is too confused. And maybe they're trying to play both sides of the fence. They're like, oh, no, we're this, but we're also this. It's like, look, just be a fun, silly movie. Or if you want to be like a propaganda piece, then make one. Show how all the men are bad in the movie. Don't just say men are bad. Show them doing bad things and then have the women like fight back. Like, I mean, horror movies and these, revenge flicks have been doing this forever. So, but you don't want to go that hardcore. Well, then just make a fun, silly movie. That's the end of it. Anyway, so there you go. Let me know, everybody. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. Sisu, that's a big one that kind of just came out of nowhere. That's a big time one you got to watch. Creed 3, really like Creed 3. John Wick 4 is cool. So there you have it. I think what other ones? Yeah, Tetris. Check out Tetris. That was a very interesting story. And actually, there's a lot of high stakes in it, too. That was a good one. A bit disappointed in Cocaine Bear and Silent Night, which I thought those were going to be really fun. Scream 6 was okay. 65 was actually a bit of a surprise. I wasn't going to watch it. And then Owen from the Action Elite recommended it, and I ended up really enjoying it. It could have made, even if I was doing a 10, it may have made the top 10. And Transformers, hopefully we're on the Rise of the Beast. Hopefully we're on the rise of the franchise, because this was a step in the right direction, but we're not there yet with Transformers. Still far away. That's it, everybody. If you like this video, please consider subscribing to the channel. That's it. Until next time.